everybody, it's Cloud, and today I'm back with another Fistful of Frags video. Sorry, it may have been a little while since the last time I posted one of these. Today I'm going to be experimenting with the Akimbo pistols. The Derringers or whatever is the only standard ones you can start with, so I'm going to be using those. And just for the record, this is the first time I used them, so don't hold it against me too much. And I feel the concept with dual wielding is about as simple as it can get. You just want to simultaneously shoot your left one and right one until you have no more ammo and then reload with both. A good perk that a lot of people like to use with this is the weapon throw, which I don't find too effective, but what they like to do is you have your two starting pistols and you want to find another pistol or even a shotgun, because with a shotgun you can also dual wield. And you shoot with both, and when you run out of ammo with one, you press the V key and you just toss whichever pistol's out of ammo, and then use your mouse scroll and you scroll to your next weapon, so you get two pistols out again, and you keep repeating until you either have no more weapons to throw or you kill the guy. And then you can just go pick up whichever weapons you want back, or just keep running if you're in more trouble. But I suggest that at all times, regardless of anything, you consistently hold two pistols. Like, if you're on your last two and your left one runs out of ammo, just leave it like that. You know, don't try to throw it and then go pick it back up, because you might get ambushed by somebody else and you only have one pistol to fight with now. So don't do that. Now, me personally, as of this point right now, I made this video, I took it about an hour ago, and it was the first time I used dual wields, but as of right now, I still like to use single pistols better, because even though this may be the first time I effectively used them as a primary weapon, I've had a pistol before and ran around with one and picked up another one. So I have dual wielded it before this, but this is the first time I actually attempted to play an entire game that way. And throughout the game, it started processing in my mind a pretty good strategy. You take a powerful pistol with a weak pistol and do the majority of the damage with your powerful pistol, and then get the last hit with the weak pistol. Because that way, say I got my Schofield right now and I shoot somebody with it and kill them, I only get 6 points for that. But if I shoot somebody with my left-handed Behringer or Derringer or however you say it, then I get 10 points. So you get more points if you do the finishing hit with your left. Well, no, not always your left, with your weaker pistol. Although that's hard to do. You can't really choose which one you get hits with sometimes. Like right there, I was just trying to kill the dude. And at all times I feel it's necessary to have your two best pistols out. Other people are going to disagree, obviously, but I don't. And the only way I found out to get which pistols you want in which hands and which two out at the same time, because that's a lot more difficult than you think, is you need to drop your left-handed pistols, switch your weaker pistol to your left hand by switching to it, and then I click my mouse scroll key in, and it switches. And then you can just scroll up until you get your stronger pistol, because I don't really know much about dual wielding yet, so a lot of what I say may not be 100% true, but it was my first take on dual wielding, and this is how I seen it, and I see that it can be very effective if I learn how to use it right. If I can kind of, adapt my game to using the weapon throw and to be able to last hit every time with certain pistols. And I'm a long ways away, but I feel like it's important enough to invest some time into figure it out. Now, I can think of, right now, right off the bat, I can think of 3 different ways that I play to get more points in this. And that's, I use the bow and arrow, because, like you all can tell if you've watched any of my videos, it's definitely my strongest point of my game. Second, I like to use the Gentleman's Perk with a single pistol, because you get a lot of bonus points if you just use it right, and it's not too hard, in my opinion, to use it right. Thirdly, I like to use a 2-weapon set. You get a long-range gun, such as the South Carbine or whatever, the bow, or the Henry or sharp rifle. Just one of those sniper type guns. And then you want to get a shotgun, preferably the coach gun. And if you can't get the coach gun, a pump does. Pell's leg is decent. Sawed off is pretty fun. Any shotgun really works, but you want a long range gun with a shotgun, and you camp around. Not really camp around, but you see where these stairs are? Like, if you go up there and get on top of that building, use your long range weapon and come back down and fight around right here or into the building with the shotgun. And the reason why you do that is to get kill streaks, because kill streaks get you a lot of bonus points. If you take a bow and get a 10 kill streak, then you're going to start getting probably 20 points per kill, which in my opinion is well worth taking a little patience. You're going to get a lot less kills by just staying in the same spot, but you're going to get a lot more points by doing it. I'm going to be getting, if I get half the kills as I would running around, I would win if I just camped around. Now, I know that's not a 100% literal reference, and it's not 100% accurate, but I'd say 20 kills equals about, 12 kills, 11 kills camping around, so definitely something to look into. But, like I said, I think at all times, okay, this perk at its finest, I would use a Behringer, and you don't want to say a Colt Walker because those things are a little too powerful. And a Peacemaker, I think it's called a Peacemaker. I would use that in a Behringer at its best, because you can use the Peacemaker to get a majority of the damage, and then you can use the Behringer to get the last hits, which will give you 10 points per kill. Or, if you think it's going to be effective enough, another way to use a dual wield effectively, if dueling is your thing, is to go ahead and start out with a volcanic pistol and just bank on the fact that you can find another pistol relatively fast after you spawn. Because volcanic pistol, as we all know, gives the most kills per handgun. Now, I've watched some people use a method that's a little complicated, but probably it might be a little more work than payoff. But then again, I haven't really tried it, so I can't mock it before I try it. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain it to you guys. One of the strategies I've seen is to use weapon throw, a Behringer, and a what's it called? A Schofield. And what you do is you use the gentleman's perk and weapon throw, and you shoot them a couple times. No, you shoot them one time with your Schofield and throw your Schofield at them, and you shoot them with your Behringer one time at their face, and you get 12, sometimes 16, 14, count on kill streaks, 25 points doing that, which is a lot. It's easy for that to go wrong, and there's a lot of things that I feel need to go into place in order for that to actually work. But if you guys are bored and want to try something new and have already tested out everything that I've talked about, or tested out everything you can think of, maybe try that strategy, because it seems like it could be extremely effective. So, like I said, give it a shot. Why not? So, as of right now, at this point in the game, doing pretty well, except if you look at the scoring, you'll notice that I'm not exactly to the point where I would usually be at this point in the game with a bow, or using Gentleman's Perk, or probably even using a one-handed pistol. All I'm trying to do in this video is give you more of an idea of different things you can do. I'm trying to critique the way I use the dual wield, so you don't have to dissect it, and you can maybe do your own little modifications to the dual wielding practice, and it could benefit you guys if this is how you play. I feel like dual wielding is more for fast-paced people who are okay with shooting multiple times and only occasionally hitting, and better at dodging shots than I am. Because what I like to do is I like to hit with every shot I shoot. I like to hit and just confuse my opponents. Not really confuse them, daze them kind of, I don't know. As you all know, if you get shot, you get the little red on your screen, and sometimes you slow down. And it's kind of like a mental game, If I get shot and only have 40 health left now because I just got shot, then I know that I get a little more nervous. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta hit him before he hits me a couple times, or I'm gonna die. So I like to get the first hit, which isn't very as easy. It's not as easy if you're using dual wield because, as you can see, right here in the middle, the crosshairs, even though they're not humongous or nothing, they're still obviously bigger than that of a single wield pistol. And that difference in area can be extremely changing, It's probably about 140% of the area if I did the math. I think I'm not going to do it right now, and under no means do I think it's necessary to do. That's about what it tallies up to, in my opinion. That being said, if you're somebody who doesn't worry about that, who likes to jump around and go side to side and just unload all the bullets they can as fast as they can, go for it. But if you're like me and kind of rely on the element of surprise of getting that first hit and dazing them and freaking them out and having them play on your turf, then I wouldn't really recommend this for you. For myself, I don't think this is my best option by any means. But as I said before, I have not played many very games using this, strategy, so I can't really tell you that I'm not going to be good at it. Because believe me, I'm going to continue using Akimbo just to practice around, just mess around, see what I can do with it. I'm probably done using my bow for a little while, considering the fact that there's not really much I can learn more about it. I kind of know it completely. So I'm going to be experimenting some more, and if something I said in this video is untrue, then feel free to correct me. And I want you to know that throughout the process of me improving my Akimbo skills, I will be posting more and more videos if I find more and more things that I found being correct, such as how I'm saying now that it's probably not my best option. If here come, you know, 10 games from now, I find out, hey, I'm really good with this. Maybe this is the best thing I can do. Then I'll let you guys know, and I'll tell you what exactly changed my mind and my new strategy, and just what I usually do in all my videos. But as of this point, I don't really think it fits my playstyle very well. The important thing is to keeping up on your pistols. You want to make sure that you're always trying to get the best pistols you can, because there's no need in the world. Now listen, under any circumstances whatsoever, there is no reason for you to willingly run around with two Derringers. Now I understand some people do it to prove a point, and some people do it because they're not paying attention, and some people do it just because they haven't found nothing else to use yet. But as of right now, I feel like this is by far the best option. And I say that in reference to, like using one pistol for a power pistol and another pistol for a weak pistol. I'm not saying you should run around with dual Colt Walkers. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. Which, I haven't got to do that yet, but I feel like that'd be pretty fun. But yeah, like, something of that nature would be, it'd probably be really powerful, just you wouldn't get many points for it. So I'm not going to completely suggest that. Because, like, if you sit back and watch my other videos and listen to everything I've ever said, I'm extremely pro low pointage guns. Like, I love using guns that don't give you a lot of points. I mean, that do give you a lot of points. I didn't mean low pointage, low powered, because they give you a lot of points. So, I'm not going to say pick up the two best pistols you can find, but one hand needs to be stacked. And maybe not with the Colt Walker, where it's typically a one-shot kill, unless you master shooting them in the legs. But one of them, for sure, needs to be pretty powerful. Now, that's meaning, I'm saying at all times you should have a Behringer, or even, any of the three pistols on the second tier of the weapons, the second page of weapons. Any of those three work, because two of them give you 10 points, and Volcanic gives you 11. So you need one of those at all times, and you're going to want either a Peacemaker or a Schofield to be your power weapon, because it's kind of rough having to hit somebody 3 times to kill them. I mean, think about it, literally. 3 times. Like, some snipers, like, when I run around with a carbine, then I can legit, like, run straight up on somebody and shoot them in the head one time and they die. A shotgun, a lot of shotguns close up are one-shot kills if you shoot them in the head. So, yeah, it's a little rough to kill somebody that if it takes you 3 shots to kill them. Whenever you use weapons that take a few shots to kill, typically, what you spend the majority of your time doing is trying to find people already in fights, and then you just kind of go and finish their dirty work while they're fighting and try to, like, I don't know, sneak around and kill both of them. Right here, I display the whole using a Colt Walker with a Derringer, whichever one it was. And very quickly, I realized there's a problem. It's one-shot kills. I don't even have a shot to get a kill with, the Derringer. Because as soon as I shoot them with the Walker, they die. So that's whenever I decided that wasn't the best idea. And I more drifted toward the whole use one medium powered to high powered, but not Colt Walker powered. And the Behringer, okay, if I had to set up my 100% favorite, most perfect, extraordinary setup with this is I would like to use a volcanic pistol with a peacemaker. Now that I think about it, that's what I would like to use. Because the volcanic pistol is probably even more powerful than the Behringer. And the thing is it's got all them shots, you know? It's got so many shots you can shoot before you even have to reload. And it doesn't stop there because also it has the best accuracy of any pistol on the game. So why not, right? Seems like a win-win. However, I haven't tested it out yet, so I can't tell you. But I'll be testing stuff out. I'll let you know what I think. And by no means whatsoever let what I think dictate what you do. Because I see some people run around with these two Behringers, and it's ridiculous to get like 600 points, 700 points. And I'm kind of like, wow. Which I can do it with a bow, but not with these pistols as much. Anytime I see somebody doing something that I can't specifically do, I find it really interesting because, I'm not used to seeing that kind of stuff. I'm sorry about the coughing. I don't know why. I just had a cough for the last few days. And if you watch any of my videos uploaded in the last 3 days, you're going to notice it. Another thing I like a lot about the Behringers is they, unlike any gun I'm used to using, even a single pistol is not too fantastic for it, or my bow's definitely not, is I can actually fight people at close range now. I have to sacrifice a lot of my long range shots for it, but I can fight people close range, which is something I am not used to being able to do. Maybe that's the reason why I'm not too good with the Behringers right now, because maybe it's because, I'm not used to fighting close range, so therefore I can't be good at it yet. So I'll keep working on that too, and I'm thinking about finding some kind of shotgun to work with. Because to this point, I haven't found any shotguns I like except the... Remembering names is not my strong suit. Look, it's the shotgun that shoots two at the same time. As you get out of the red box. Coach gun, there we go. Yeah. Other than coach gun, I haven't really found one I like. Well, the Pelt's leg is decently powerful. If you come up to somebody head to head and you hit them in the head, then it's pretty much a one-shot kill, which is great. The mechanics of the way it moves and the way it fires, that's not exactly my thing. But that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this entire vid. Sorry that this one isn't exactly up to tiered with the other ones in terms of points. I was just trying to show you guys that, I'm not always getting 500-600 points a game. I don't always hit every shot. Sometimes I do have pretty bad games. Sometimes they aren't the best. And sometimes, even when, like you guys, when I experiment, I'm not going to have the greatest time. So that's it. Please tune in for the next game, and I'll see you all later.